بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
Okay, so let's get into the BGP. BGP, as I already mentioned, it is an exterior gateway protocol, which means BGP is not designed to communicate within the same AS. It is mainly designed to operate between multiple autonomous system members and to route the packets or exchange the routings between the different AS, especially a huge network called internet. Like if you try to understand how exactly the BGP is applicable or where exactly BGP is applicable, let's say if you take an example, this is my organization ABC, and I have my own routers connected to each other and maybe allocated some AS number, let's say 100. Now by sitting here in my own organization, I want to access something called Yahoo server, or maybe you want to access something on the Google or maybe some other servers. Okay. Now, how it is possible? Now we learned that, okay, you want to route a packet. Simply your packet goes to the router, and on the router there is a default route. And based on the default route, the router says, I don't know where is Yahoo. Just use this default route to go to the internet. And from there, your packet reaches the ISP, the service provider. And we tell that, okay, service provider knows exactly where is Yahoo, where is Google, where is whatever the sites present on the internet, right? That's what we know. So we know up to this point, because without default routing, you cannot. So beyond this point, there is a protocol called BGP. So normally what happens is every organization connects to their own service providers, local service providers, and they exchange the routes. So whatever the public IPs, whatever the servers they want to host on the internet, what they do is they will advertise these routes to the service provider. And these service providers will again advertise them to the other service providers. And again, in between service providers, there is some kind of interconnection, or there is some kind of centralized route exchange, internet exchange we call it as. So where you will get all the routes. Now when you are trying to communicate, now every service provider and every organization have their own AS numbers. Because AS numbers are again the backbone here, because without AS numbers, BGP is not going to run. Not like eBGP. In eBGP, we can use any AS number, but these AS numbers are registered, given by the provider or by the INA. Now what happens is, now we say that when you are sending the packet from your PC, the packet goes to my router, and the router have a default route, which automatically routes the packet towards the service provider. And then we say that my service provider knows exactly where is Yahoo, where is Google, where is Gmail, which means my service provider have a routing table. And in that routing table, it has all the entries of each and every network on the internet. So which means my service provider is going to learn that information. So which means there must be some kind of routing involved, right? Because without routing, how you're going to learn? You're not going to run manually. So that's where the BGP comes into picture. So BGP is the only dynamic routing protocol which is used on the internet. And all these service providers, all these organizations, they run BGP. And with the help of BGP, they exchange the routes. They exchange the routes and they maintain the routes on the internet. And this BGP is specially designed for the internet. It's not designed to work in your organization. So totally it will be different. The behavior wise, the configuration wise, there will be a lot of difference compared to your eBGP or OSPF protocols. Okay, so there is some kind of routing involved, which will allow them to exchange the routes and maintain the routes, filter those routes, and do some path manipulations. There are plenty of things we do in the BGP. So this is a kind of a rough overview where exactly BGP applicable. In simple words, we can also say that without BGP, there is no routing, or there is no route exchange, and there is no internet. Okay. And in terms of features, BGP is more like the same, supports classless, which will carry the subnet mask information, supports all your FLSM, VLSM designs, also supports some incremental and trigger updates similar to your OSPF and EHRP. But again, a BGP, we call it as a path vector protocol. So basically, path vector means when it carries any update, it will also carry the autonomous system path information. Like if you try to see, let's say this is my AS, and assume that there is a 40 dot subnet here. And when the router is advertising the route, it will not only advertise the 40 dot subnet, it will also tell that this route is coming from AS400. And when it is advertising back to the next, the AS200 will receive that I'm receiving this 40 dot subnet. It's originating from 400 and it's going to 100 before it comes to my AS. And again, when the information goes to the next AS, it will receive the 40 dot subnet and it says that it has originated from 400, then goes to 100 and then goes to 200 before it comes to my AS. So the AS path information is something written, mandatory, and this AS path information is also used in the loop prevention mechanism. Like if you try to see the same thing, when the routes are being advertised, it will advertise the AS path information. And again, this AS path information will also be used in the loop prevention mechanism. The loop prevention is something like, let's say this 40 dot subnet is being advertised to 300, 300 sends to 200, 200 sends to 100. And when it is coming back, because you might be advertising your own routes to service provider 1, and maybe that will go to service provider 2 and they may come back from other side. So when I'm receiving the route, whenever it sees its own AS number in the BGP update, because what is my AS number? 400. And in the BGP update, I can see 400 is there, which means this route is already passing via my AS. Maybe originating from my AS or passing through. So it will not accept this route. So simply what it says is whenever it sees its own AS number inside the BGP update, it will simply discard these routes. So these AS numbers are again used in loop prevention as well, because AS number is something, a kind of a mandatory information which it carries along with each and every update. Okay, so this behavior, we call it as a path vector behavior, where it will also carry the network information. Along with that, it will also carry the autonomous system information it passes through. And it is again used for loop prevention as well.